Go.
Hello guys, as you've gathered today for my informative speech, I will first be starting off with an essential question. And that question is, does anybody know what the vaquita is?
No.
Okay. That is a very important part of my speech today, and this is a big part because the vaquita is a very rare and unknown whale species, and part of the reason that it is so endangered is because nobody knows what this type of whale is. This whale is actually so rare and unknown that in upper parts of the Gulf of Mexico, which is the only part where you can find the vaquita, it is considered a myth and a legend, which is part of the reason why it is almost extinct. The vaquita is instinctively and critically endangered. As you can see by my chart, there's a decline in the vaquita population down to 2015, where as of now, there is less than 50 vaquitas left in the wild. First off, the vaquita is a type of small porpoise with a grayish-colored body and dark patches around its eyes. Vaquita's diet include ocean fish and squid, and among porpoises, they have the most restricted range in the world for habitat location, being only found in specific areas of the Gulf of Mexico. As you can see by my graphic again, there are currently less than 50 vaquitas left in the ocean. So if we don't take action soon, the vaquita is going to be extinct, just like its dolphin friend. There is a similar dolphin to the vaquita that is called the Behr dolphin, and this dolphin actually went extinct last year, and it used to only be found, again, like the vaquita, in a very specific area, and it was found in the Yangtze River in China. Because no adequate measures were taken to preserve this animal, it went extinct, and we wouldn't want the same thing to happen to the vaquita. However, unlike the Behr dolphin, the vaquitas are actually being killed for no real reason. The Behr dolphin was originally killed because it was hunted down to death because its skin, the dolphin skin, was very valuable. People used it to make like purses in Asia, but the vaquitas are killed for actually no reason. Down in the Mexican part of the Gulf of California where the vaquita is found, the vaquitas are being sacrificed for the catching of other profitable seafood catches, such as shrimp. The nets that people use to catch these shrimp and other types of profitable seafood are called gill nets. These gill nets are huge nets that fishers will use in the water to catch their fish, but when they catch it, vaquitas can easily be caught in the nets, and then they'll drown, which is really bad and why they've been killed for so long. The dead vaquitas are then discarded and killed for no economic value, leading to the irresponsible use of gill nets all across this Gulf. Another reason that the vaquitas are being senselessly killed is through the black market craze over the toba fish, which is another fish found in the Gulf of California that is also being illegally hunted. Inside the toba fish, they have like a swim bladder, which is used to help the fish float, but people in China and other parts of Asia use these bladders to make soups and other forms of aboriginal medicine, and that has led the swim bladders of these fish to be worth almost $25,000, creating a huge black market for the toba fish. This fish, also being caught with the gill net, has also led to more deaths of vaquitas. This insane craze over these fish bladders has again led to more deaths of the vaquita. Over the past 50 years, the vaquita population has slowly declined into the near amounts of near extinction, and it has dropped nearly 18.5% just in 2014 alone. However, there is some hope for the vaquitas. Over the past few years, the Mexican government has increased its conservationist effort to much higher measures in order to save the vaquita from disappearing forever. In the Gulf where the vaquita is found, Mexico has placed a ban on the use of gill nets for fishing for 2 or plus more years, or as long as it takes, they theorize, to save the vaquita. Because of this, fishermen in this area have been compensated, and as a result, the economy in Mexico for fishing has gone down significantly, as a large part of the U.S. and other countries' fish and shrimp supply comes from this specific Gulf. Unfortunately, even though this does help the vaquitas have a better chance of survival, it has had negative effects on the Mexican economy. Inside the economy, there is now been a much greater level of illegal fishing and illegal smuggling of different types of gill nets into the ocean, where fishers will even fish in the middle of the night to avoid prosecution by the law. While some fishermen choose to break the law and ignore the great damage that they're causing the vaquitas, other fishermen are working to create new nets that catch the same amount of fish and shrimp as before in the Gulf without killing or harming the vaquitas. While there is no certain method as of now, hopefully in the future we can create safe ways to fish and keep a business in the fishing market without sending the vaquita to its grave forever. Overall, despite our lack of connection with the vaquita here in America or its economic purpose, I hope that we can all come together in understanding what the vaquita is, why gill nets are senselessly destroying this porpoise's chance of survival, and the reality of the effects of the vaquita eventually going to extinct. Last but not least, I think the important part of my speech is to realize that even if an animal or its species may not seem to affect you or may not be economically important, such as how the vaquitas aren't actually useful in like a human's economy because we don't eat them or sell them or anything, it is still really important to stand up for younger species or species that are weak and help them to survive so that we can stand up for our fellow species and not lead to the other useless extinction of an animal.